Welcome to Positively Muskegon. It's Andy O'Reilly, and today I am in Tiger Country. I have got Principal Ennis Jones with me here from the Muskegon Heights Academy, and Renee Garcia is the superintendent. I got to tell you, it's really the first time I've been in the principal's office and not been sweating it, which really feels kind of good. Maybe I've finally grown up a little bit.
You're going to be fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I heard a little justice being done here a couple minutes ago, and I thought there was a day
All right.
that would have been me, right? But
Yes.
today is a good. I'm going to tell you what. This is an exciting day in Muskegon Heights because some news just came out about. And I mean, I read it over. I read the press release and all this other kind of stuff. But I really wanted to come and get the story from you guys because it's been a monumental hill that's been having to been worked on here. Let's start with you, Ennis. Tell me a little bit about this program that the state set forth with these benchmarks you had to achieve, and when did it all start, and what had to be achieved?
Actually, it started a couple years back.
Okay.
And we came together here at the school, and we met with a lot of community folks, and met, a number of times. You had meetings, and eventually we discussed things such as our rigorous learning, community. We talked about Tiger Pride, leadership, those types of things, and so there were different groups formed in those different areas, and it all brought about the partnership agreement that we met those benchmarks that you're talking about.
There was 14 of them.
Yes.
And they were big, hard things to meet.
Yeah, they were.
Talk about some of those.
Well, we did a lot of work,
Yeah.
and we've got a lot of great folks that helped us reach those things, from our staff to our wonderful administration team, and
Sure.
a lot of support. And I'm being a first-time principal, they've been very helpful to me.
Yeah.
But we met those benchmarks through a lot of team effort. Everyone bought into what we were trying to do, as far as the community folks, as far as the staff here at school, and we were able to hit those benchmarks, and very proud of meeting those benchmarks, because now it has helped us to stay in alignment with the partnership agreement with the state.
Sure. Talk about some of the specifics of those benchmarks, Renee. What were some of the goals that had to be met, and some of the give us the nuts and bolts.
Absolutely. So I'm going to back you up a little bit more.
Well, back us up.
That.
Yeah.
So if we go back to 2012,
Yeah.
and the Muskegon Heights School District invited an emergency manager in, and I think as a district they were really looking for help. They were looking for a solution, and what ensued over the next 7 years wasn't necessarily, I think, what anyone envisioned.
Right.
So people wanted to make education better for our kids, and there's a real inequity in public education.
Sure.
If you go from one zip code to another.
Which we talked about before the cameras rolled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we haven't. I think the hope was that equity would come from that request of help, and it didn't happen.
Right.
At that point in time, playgrounds were sold. The equipment was sold from playgrounds in Muskegon Heights School, so our kids didn't have a place to play, right?
Yeah.
There's still kids here.
That's
they
not
had
fair.
nothing to do with this.
It's not right. Yeah.
Exactly. It's wrong. The pool was drained. So our school pool has sat empty for 7 years. And so that's kind of the premise that we started at. And then the Michigan Department of Education said, okay, so we want to work with you.
Yeah.
We want to support you. And we developed this plan. And in the plan, there's all sorts of things. Mr. Jones mentioned all of those subgroup areas. But within there, so the first one, rigorous learning, we took a look at our curriculum and what we had in place. And we didn't have in Muskegon Heights what our kids deserve to have, which is high quality curriculum and instruction, and all of the resources they need. So kids need books in order to learn to read, right? Like,
Sure,
it seems pretty
sure.
evident.
Right.
And what was happening was our teachers were doing the absolute best that they could, but none of it was aligned with current research. There's a lot of science and research behind reading. So we invested a lot of money in making sure that we got the right a program, which is kindergarten through 12th grade, with all of the books and resources that our teachers need to do that. So that's one of the 14 benchmarks. Another one that I'm really proud of is the leadership for students.
Absolutely.
So we set a goal that our students would have an opportunity, at least 10%, that's our first goal, to be involved in student leadership activities.
Okay.
And at that time when we set the plan up, there really wasn't any opportunities. So probably you remember in school, maybe there was student council,
Yep.
National Honor Society, right? All of those
None
things.
of which I ever made. Of course.
Well,
I had fun.
yeah,
you know?
right. Maybe you were a spirit club?
Yeah,
Did you have a spirit club?
well, what kind of spirits are we talking about? My story's been told. They know, right?
Not here.
All right.
So we didn't have any of those
No,
in place,
we
and
didn't.
really that was part of that evolution,
Sure.
right? We went from a district to the academy system, and they just hadn't been put back in place yet.
Right.
So right now we have student council,
Yeah, we have Spirit Club. We have
National Honor
National
Society,
Honors. Yeah,
and a student focus group.
Student Focus Group. Exactly.
And there's a robotics team,
Robotics team. We do
There
which
is,
we're going
yeah.
to see in a week
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
We've got
Absolutely.
competition coming up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's just another activity, but
Right.
in the leadership, like who's going to put?
Mhm.
How do we get kids involved and get their voice in what happens in our school?
Because it matters.
It absolutely. And when I as a student know my voice matters, I'm going to be more invested in the work
Absolutely.
that I'm doing here.
Absolutely.
When the talk pops up again, oh, Muskegon High School's this, oh, Muskegon High School, we're going to have to close down the district and all this other stuff. Tell me the impact that has on the students.
I mean, it's devastating. Now where
Do they take it to heart?
Oh, absolutely.
Do they?
Yes.
They do.
So I talk about this one with trauma
Mhm.
because if you think about it, like if this is what you know and this is where your safety net is,
Sure.
and schools are safe spots for kids
Yeah.
all across the country.
Yeah.
So when somebody talks about taking that away from you,
Yeah.
it's devastating. And our kids have heard that at least once a year for the past 7 years.
Yeah.
And I have a visual that shows when each time it has been made public from one source or another,
Yeah.
and the number of times our kids have been impacted by that. And it's important to note, not only does it impact our kids, it impacts our staff.
Yeah.
So every adult who works here has their own family to take care of and their own bills to pay. And so when a rumor goes out to say that we're not going to be here any longer, those people naturally start looking for another job.
Sure.
We have a very high rate of turnover, and it doesn't. We see a spike
Yes.
after those rumors go out.
And you want stability.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
You just want an even playing, and you want a chance for
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Our students deserve, that accountability.
Yeah.
That stability. Absolutely.
And if you talk to the older generations that went through school here, the people that are my age and above, I'm going to tell you what, that pride is not lost.
No.
It is
Right.
sincere. It's deeply rooted, and it is.
Absolutely.
And I believe this. I live in Roosevelt Park, which is just across the street, but I feel it when I come and talk to my friends that are from the Heights and things like that. There is no joke that Tiger Pride is real,
It's real.
and it's one of the key elements that holds this neighborhood together.
Yeah, and it should. It should.
It should.
It really should. And we've got some alumni that are they say it all the time.
Yeah.
They're true Tigers.
Yeah.
And we know that our students deserve to have that opportunity to be able to be an alumni as well, and be able to say that they are true Tigers as
Yeah,
well.
and it's a great thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's 100% on all of these benchmarks we had to hit.
100%.
100%.
100%.
We're competitive. We're
That's what I wanna
going
hear.
to keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're excited.
School spirit all the way around is up, and
Oh,
everybody's
absolutely.
feeling good.
And we have more work to do. I want
No,
to be
and
honest,
who
right?
doesn't, right?
Yeah, we've met 100% of those benchmarks, but we are not yet giving our students
Absolutely.
what they deserve.
Right.
And we will.
Yeah.
We will. We're going to keep pushing. If you go back to that Tiger Pride and there's alumni or other community members, we have another whole set of benchmarks that we need to meet in the next 18 months.
Sure.
And those include things like providing more support for our students, raising more academic progress. And one of our ideas to do that is to bring in mentors.
Oh boy.
And yeah, so there's an ask in this, right? yes. We need people
Me?
who
Shape young people?
We'll do a background check though.
And it's funny you mention that, because we do have a growing business here. We've got growing platforms.
Yes.
And I know that you have people that are interested in learning how to do this. So as we grow and we want to get people working in media and are able to tell their stories, how they do it, I'm game.
Awesome.
If you've got
Appreciate
students that
that.
want to learn how to do reporting and media my way, I mean, I'm not saying it's everybody's way,
Right.
but if they want to learn how to do community engagement and stories and things like that, we're open.
That'd be
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
I would love to have some of you, because what we do, I mean, it's the first time I met you guys and everything, but what we do here is based on giving Muskegon its own voice again.
Yeah.
You know, our papers are pumped in from out of town, our radio stations are all fed in from everywhere.
Yes.
Well, you know, we got Paul's station and everything else, which are great, but overall, our media sincerely lacks here.
Absolutely.
And if I can start rebuilding that next generation of media people in our own town,
Yeah.
you tell me what needs to be done,
Love it.
and I will be here to do it.
You just have to keep telling the story.
Yep, that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
100% for Muskegon Heights on their benchmarks. That is an incredible thing. You got a link to a story on your website or anything? Can I put that up?
I will make one
We'll find one. Get it up there.
this afternoon.
That's right.
Yeah.
There are great things going on at Muskegon Heights. Tiger blood's running through everybody, and not Charlie Sheen's kind of tiger blood, the good stuff. And if you want to know more, we'll link you over to the Muskegon Heights website right here on Positively Muskegon. Edis, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is it doctor?
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
not.
Renee.
It's just Renee. Put the links right here on Positively Muskegon.